you ever see a golden light in a dream, do not walk toward it. I am begging you, bite your tongue, dig your nails into your palms, scream until your real body wakes you. Psychologists call it a fugue state. Occultists call it the astral trap. But the ones who've been there, the ones who never came back the same, they call it the blind spot. Do whatever you must to sever the connection, because I didn't. I followed the light. I woke up this morning with a migraine drilling through my skull and a metallic taste in my mouth like biting a battery. When I opened my laptop, there was a new folder. I didn't create it. I don't remember downloading anything. 4 gigabytes of corrupted images and text logs. The folder name was just my full name. Today's date. Inside was a journal, a moment-by-moment log of 48 hours I do not remember living. The voice writing the entries is mine, but older, colder, terrified. This is what the file said. I don't know how I got here. One moment I was stabilizing a lucid dream on a beach, standard practice. The next, the ocean turned to gold. Not yellow, not sunlight. Liquid gold, heavy, glowing, alive. Gravity snapped. The world inverted. I didn't fall down, I fell in. It felt like my entire consciousness was being sucked through a straw, compressed into a single pixel of awareness. When I hit the ground, my bones didn't break. My identity shattered. It took minutes before I remembered how to breathe. I'm standing in a city, or in something wearing the costume of a city. Everything is blinding white. Cathedral towers, marble arches, bridges over rivers of molten light. But up close, the marble is wrong. The walls have the texture of calcified bone, the veins of gold running through them pulse, like circuitry made of nerves. The air smells sterile, ozone, burnt copper, and hospital bleach. The smell of something alive pretending to be clean. But the geometry, that's the part that makes my stomach twist. If I look directly at a building, it behaves. But in my peripheral vision, the towers lean toward me. The bridges stretch. The archways narrow. Everything angles inward, as if the entire city is bending to examine me. I tried to find the sun. There is no sun. Light comes from everywhere and nowhere at once. No shadows, no shade, no hiding. I touched one of the towers. It wasn't cold like stone. It was warm. Warm like skin. When I leaned my ear against it, thump, thump, thump. A heartbeat, 60 beats per minute. This isn't a city. This is a biological organism wearing architecture like a mask, and I am a foreign body in its bloodstream. I've been walking for hours. My watch died the moment I arrived, its hand spinning backward so fast the glass fogged. That's when I noticed the windows. Every skyscraper is covered in circular glass panes, thousands of them, rows upon rows. I approached one and my stomach dropped. It wasn't glass. It was an eye. A human iris the size of a doorway embedded into the white stone. Blue, green, hazel, gray, thousands of them. Alive. As I moved to the left, hundreds of pupils tracked me, rippling across the building like a school of fish turning in unison. That's when the truth slammed into me. We are walking across the surface of a colossal eye. The sky is the cornea. The city is the retina. The streets are optic fibers. And I am dust on the surface of a cosmic lens. I tried to break one of the windows. I grabbed a fragment of pavement, white, chalky, bone-like, and smashed it against the iris. It didn't shatter. It blinked. A massive, fleshy eyelid snapped down with a wet slap. When it reopened, the eye was bloodshot, angry, staring directly at me. I am not the observer here. I am the observed. I thought I was alone. God, I wish I was. They began appearing from the alleyways, drifting, not walking, draped in white robes that looked like condensed fog, halos of soft light floating above their heads. At first glance, they looked divine, angelic, peaceful. I made the mistake of reaching out. My hand passed through its arm and I screamed. It wasn't vapor. It was freezing gas. The cold burned my skin like liquid nitrogen. The hollow turned toward me. No mouth, no nose, no face. Just eyes. Two enormous, wet, shimmering eyes consuming the entire head. They reflected the world perfectly, but behind them was nothing. No self, no mind. I call them the hollows. When one stared at me, I heard a sound inside my skull, like a modem screaming, like metal scraping metal, like a memory being ripped out. More appeared, drifting through walls, sliding from the ground like fog rising. They circled me, silent, unblinking. I felt my chest get heavy, my thoughts go light. They were feeding. Not on flesh, not on energy, on observation. They strip you, piece by piece, memory by memory, to keep the city alive. I forgot my mother's middle name, then the smell of coffee, then the shape of my childhood bedroom. I ran. I don't know how far, but they didn't chase. They didn't have to. There is nowhere to go. All roads lead to the same place, the Iris Plaza, a massive courtyard shaped like a pupil, bridges branching outward like optic nerves. In the center, the fountain. But it doesn't flow with water. It flows with liquid light, gold, thick, viscous, the same color as the dream ocean that swallowed me. The hollows line up, each holding a glowing sphere. They bow their heads and drop the spheres into the fountain. The spheres dissolve, and for a moment, images flicker above the light. A birthday, a first kiss, a funeral, a dog running through tall grass. Human memories, stolen, burned, converted into fuel. The golden light illuminating this realm is us. Our joy, our pain, our lives, reduced to power. One hollow dropped a sphere showing a golden retriever running. My dog. A memory I lost 10 minutes ago. I wanted to scream, to destroy everything. But then, the light dimmed. The plaza fell silent. The hollows bowed. Something was coming. The sky darkened, clouds curled into storm shapes. The golden veins pulsed like a heart in distress. Then the air split, and he arrived. The sovereign. Not a cloud being, not a hollow, a fully formed, solid, divine intelligence. He walked with weight, the marble bending under every step. His cloak was midnight blue, threaded with golden bolts crackling with electricity. He was the CPU of this realm, the immune system, the administrator. From behind him, a white tiger emerged, striped in gold, eyes like spiraling nebulas. The tiger wasn't a monster. It felt sad, as if remembering something, someone. A traveler repurposed, a soul rewritten. The sovereign lifted a hand. Architecture obeyed. The pillar I hid behind dissolved. The floor twisted into a wall. The plaza tilted like a rotating eye. I slid into the open. His voice entered my skull, not sound, but force. You are a glitch. Glitches must be archived. My nose bled instantly. The pressure crushed my lungs. He was not killing me. He was compressing me, turning me into a file. I don't know why I survived. I think the tiger hesitated. For a fraction of a second, its old self flickered, just enough to break the signal. I ran into the lower ducts, wet, dark, pulsing like esophagus walls. But then the world began to shake. The horizon folded, the sky darkened, and I realized the truth. The eye was closing. A blink. Eyelids the size of continents swept inward. A tsunami of saline rose to cleanse the surface, to wash away contaminants, to wash away me. I have to wake up. I have to wake up. I have to. The water hit. Liquid fire. Screaming, biting my tongue, begging myself to wake, and then darkness. Timestamp 3:03 a.m. I woke up at 3:04. I stumbled into the bathroom. The tap water sounded like the golden fountain. The ozone smell was still in my nose. I splashed water on my face, looked up. For one split second, my eyes were gold, and in the mirror, standing in the bathtub behind me, was the white tiger, watching, breathing slow, head lowered in a warning. Then it dissolved into vapor. I don't think I escaped. I think I dragged the doorway back with me. I deleted the folder, smashed the hard drive, but I can still hear the hum. If you dream of the White City tonight, do not enter the water. And if you see the tiger in the corner of your eye, run. They are watching, and they are waiting for us to blink. If you make it through the night and the city doesn't pull you back in, leave a marker here, a sign that you're still with us. Press subscribe. It's how we know who survived and who the eye should not erase. And if you want to remember what the eye wants you to forget, stay close. More stories are coming. Do not drift too far from the signal.